Hello. It is time for Art Stream. And as per usual in the Art Stream, it's the end of the week and I am tired. So, good news. I already know what dinosaur to draw today. Okay, so let's go draw it. But first I need to spam the universe. The entire universe, in fact. Not just a little bit of the universe. Just like all of it. Just like all of it. Like all of it. The second cup of coffee needs to kick in very quickly, otherwise I'm not going to be awake enough to do drawing. Okay, let's go here and let's do a nice warm-up. Okay, but link the VOD channel too. VOD channel. And pin that. Hello, Tungsten Cube. Welcome, welcome. Right, warm-up drawing time. Today, we know what we're gonna draw. It's gonna be a weird little guy. So to warm up, we need to draw a weird little guy. Weird little guy. How do we make this guy weird? Let's start with like so. Well, this is definitely a weird little guy so far. Weird little guys, weird little guys. Do you like weird little guys? I hope so. That is what we are drawing. Whoops. Right, I'm apparently drawing a lizard dog. But lo, this will not be a lizard dog. This will be something other than a lizard dog. Okay. Waking up, waking up, waking up, buttercup. Waking up, waking up, waking up, buttercup. Whoops, wrong color. I should add the eyebrows last. Interesting. Wrong smudge brush. I should have a different smudge brush. There we go. I'm making a Muppet again. I'm making a Muppet. Making an absolute Muppet. You gotta love making a Muppet. You gotta love making a freak of nature that's interesting and fun. There we go. Muppety Muppets. Muppety Muppets. Muppety 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 Muppety. Getting my smudging out of the way early today. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. What has science wrought with this little guy? What has science wrought? What has science done? Hello, Caddiswarden. Welcome, welcome. Join us in our warm-up of drawing a weird little guy, because that's what we're going to be drawing later. We're going to be drawing a weird little guy. It's going to be a weird little guy. I'm going to really lean into the Muppet. Into the Muppet feeling with this little fella. And eyebrows. Some kind of eyebrows. Okay, this is a good warm-up. This is a good warm-up. This is for once in my life a quick warm-up. Don't call the creature weird, it's been to do so. There seems to be a hair or two on your screen. Yep. Is this fella. And we need we need a banana for scale. Hold on, let's go find a banana. Good news, everyone. I found banana. There we go. I just realized I need to outline the eyes. Whoops. There we go. Do 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 do. This is a visual representation of how I feel right now. Sometimes you just gotta draw weird little guys on bananas. And we're going to have a little banana shadow. Actually, hold on. here. 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 A little bit here. Strictly speaking, this is the warm-up we don't really need, Shadow. But I want to do it. I want to... Oh no, I'm getting carried away with the warm-up again, aren't I? Ah! That'll do. Hold on. Let's do this. Move everyone up like this. Yes. Perfect. There we go. We've got our weird little guy. Please be a fake clear background banana. Yep, it is. Bodan, I feel like the creature is neither mammal nor reptilian. Yep, this is some... We've, you know... We've accidentally drawn an early synapsid. We've drawn a thing. Okay, that's our warm-up. It is a good warm-up. Let's save as... Let's save where we need to save it. Weird little guy on banana. Save, and then we're going to export it. You're going to export it somewhere. Where is it? There it is. I'm very low energy today, oh dear. Oh dear, I am a low energy man. Alright, so the dinosaur we're actually drawing today, hey, 12-minute warm-up, perfect, is simply called Yi. Because, it's a little dinosaur that starts with Y. And, that's what we're gonna do. Yi. Dinosaur. Open the Wikipedia. Yep, close enough. Alright, so this is the... This is what this fella... Well, this is the skeleton we have of this guy. It's a weird little guy. It's a weird, weird little guy. Whoops. Alright, let's go over here. Copy image. Let's go reference. Really? Big reference. Can be smaller reference. And drawing. Okay. Oh no. Fun little guy indeed. Alright, what else do we need? That's it, let's just start drawing. Oh yeah, size reference. How big is this little guy? Here we go, thank you Wikipedia. Size reference 1. Okay then, size reference 1, we can do that. And now the drawing. I'm gonna draw a weird little fella. Alright, so this thing is basically got a similar, I guess, ecological niche as, I don't know, what's a gliding insectivore? Probably like a, basically this thing was like the dinosaur equivalent of a flying squirrel, so we need flying squirrel vibes. We're gonna start with kind of... We're gonna start with brown. Alright, so we're going to have the face. actually want to go for the vibe of this little guy. A more dynamic pose. So... head needs to be bigger and blunt. Like so. Gonna put you over here, and now... legs. Let's do... whoops, that was the wrong thing. And we're gonna make the legs slightly darker. Long-legged fella. And just gonna call that limbs for new, because this little guy has wings. He's going to spread them. He's doing a stretch. He's going to do a wonderful stretch. This is one of the closest equivalent to like an actual frickin' dragon that dinosaurs have ever gotten to. Right, let's go back here and let's draw the tail, whatever the hell the tail looks like. Say it looks like that. And good news is that there's no complex flight feathers on this guy. He's a weird fluff ball. He's a weird fluff ball and we love him. Or her. Or it. There we go. So big eyes, tiny ears. I don't know. How big is the eyes on this fella? Yep. Well, non-existent ears on this fella. So, but yeah, definitely big eyes. Big eyes, big eyes. Furry bat thing. That's what this is. Let's go over here, and we're going to shape this a little better. How long are those fingies? Go to that. A half and a third. Half and a third, I say. There we go, half and a third. Drink coffee. I think maybe, just maybe, let's look at that reference. If there's a little claw there. Just a little claw, just a little claw. A claw. Now I need to rotate that. You know, I could really cheat. Like, basically take that wing and copy-paste it over there. In fact, I think I'm going to. The wing bends kind of... Yes. Yes. Right, if I'm defaulting this like so... If I'm defaulting this like so... Do. Okay. Bird. Indeed! This actually is a kind of weird bird-bat thing. Truly and genuinely bizarre. Genuinely bizarre. This is actually slightly longer than, Nope, that's fine. Right, I am gonna be a cheaty person. Oh, I'm gonna cheat so good. Oh, watch this. You are not prepared for this. Flip. And then I will squish it. Whoops. Actually saying this is a good idea. ABC is a dinosaur book, and Y is for Yi. That's what this dinosaur is called. It's called Yi. That's what it is. Yi is its name. Gliding rather badly is its game. I'm just going to erase this, just so I remember what's supposed to be there. And now the legs. The legs, I say. Actually, this is gonna really speed up production here. Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Oh my word, I'm almost done with the drafts of this bloody thing. And then we can get back to silly things. To silly things. Seventh Sanctum silliness is what I look forward to next. Okay, so let's give this fella some delicious chicken drumsticks. Delicious chicken drumsticks. So this fella's gonna have multiple toes. Like so. Accidentally made the legs rather thick. Oops. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Right, so also toes. We actually don't have much of this thing's feet, do we? Alright, let's zoom in and just... We are going to wing it. Pun not intended, but very welcome. Do. Okay. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? That foot looks a little weird. I'm gonna have to rotate it. Hold on to your horses. We're rotating the toes. We are rotating toes. Everyone wear your hard construction hat. Toes are being rotated. The toes have been rotated. A little cool thing right there, probably. Hold on. How long are the foot bones of this thing? They're pretty long. Okay. All the way up the leg, huh? Nope. Where put? Let's do this. Shape it out. Shape it out. And do a similar thing here. With the toes. And chicken drumstick like so. Delicious chickeny drumstick. Delicious chickeny drumstick. Oh my goodness. Ow! Terribly sorry. I warned you. I warned you that toe rotating was happening. I warned you. Can't say that I didn't warn you. Can't say I didn't warn you that the toes would be rotated. If you were not prepared for toe rotation, that was, that's on you. Fair warning. Flashing lights. Construction helmets were flashing or something. I don't know. Okay. Now, where does that make sense to be? This actually needs to be a little bit closer this way, like so. And I'm just going to delete this. I definitely have a process today, don't I? Don't I? Alright, we proceed. This is going very quickly. Huh. Whoopsie. There we go. Okay then. I've made this toe. Okay. Brace yourself for toe trimming. Is that toe too long? Might be. Alright. So we're going to do the dinosaur toe thing. Does this fella have toes roughly for length? It's a scansorial animal. It climbs, so it makes sense. Also, I'm tired of doing the standard dinosaur foot. So we're just going to do that. A little bit more toe there. And a little bit of a dew claw here. Yeah, okay then. Basic shape, basic limbs. This guy is weird. It's like he's got a beak but with like teeth in it. Strange fella. Strange little guy. We love strange little guys. We love them. You love them, right? I hope so. Strange little guys need love too. Alright. You know what actually would make sense? Drawing the frickin' patagium so we know what we're doing. Thankfully, that's easy. I'm just gonna go here. Make this slightly more pale, I guess. Where patagium attach? Very interesting what I've done there. Okay then. And limbs is just going to trim this out. And from this out. Oh, my head's all over the place. Oh boy. I think I might need to... That now looks a lot longer than the other one. This is the first time I'm drawing a patagium, I think, ever. If you don't know what a patagium is, it's referring to the thingy. The skin. The skin membrane that allows... Okay then. Yeah, that looks a lot longer and that looks weird. Alright, so this whole limb, this entire limb, needs to be squished up. Nope, not the leg. Not the leg. Not the leg, not the leg, not the leg. It still looks strange. Maybe we should just move the whole thing over here. And just extend this thing over here a bit more. Stretching arms, thinks to self. What happened if I really squish this? Just gonna save it first. Nope, that looks wrong. Nope. So where the body's angled, that would be angled more. This should be rotated like so a little bit. Now, I don't know the exact lineage of dinosaurs, but the whole chicken birds came from them. Could be used as an excuse to use both the membrane and feathers. Maybe. Might not be what you're going for. Oh no! We know for a fact that... Let me show you an actual reconstruction of this guy. Let me show you a reconstruction of this fella. So, we know for a fact this guy was feathered and had the membrane. That's one of the things that makes so weird. Is that this thing was trying to be kind of bat-like and bird-like at the same time. So it was really wacky-tobacky. So yeah, we're going to put both feathers and the membrane on it. Because it's going to be... That's exactly what we're going to do. Exactly what we're going to do. You know what I should do, actually? I should delete this whole damn thing and start over. Let's go here. Delete. this angle that way, so... maybe I shouldn't be lazy. Maybe, just maybe, I should draw the whole damn wing over again. Nope. We're going to delete that. Damn it! Yep. Awesome indeed. I've really given myself a challenging pose here, I've just realized. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dearie dearie me. That does not look right. Oh dear. How do bird work? How do bat work? Time to look at bat reference. Bat. I need a bat pose that's similar to this. I mean, the wing does deform a lot, so I could squish that wing a whole lot more. So let's do that. You know what we could do? We could literally just do this. So. There we go. That should do the trick. Probably, hopefully. Should have shown me bat reference. Oh well. Oh well, you should maybe make a layout of the rotations of the creature's body. That'll take too long. That would take way too long. That's not a bad idea, but I barely have the brain power to, like, align my mouse properly with this whole damn thing. Actually, you know what the trick is? This bit here needs to be rotated more down. Like so. Yes, that was it. That was it. That was it. I found the solution, I think. I don't know. I don't know. I'm a low energy man today. Low energy, low energy. Thank goodness this isn't a complex feather dinosaur. It still looks wrong. Maybe if we tighten this as well. Okay then. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's working, I think. I think that's working. Yes, yes. Where did my reference go? There it is. Now, what does this thing's face look like is the question. What does this thing's face look like? Weird is what it looks like. Got funny little teeth. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. Oh, lordy. Alright. Okay. Doing good. There's a little bit of a chin. Under the fluff, like that. So we're gonna go here, and we're gonna go here. Whee! Dino bird. That's an added. That's a pretty good description of this, honestly. Dinosaur bird thing. Dinosaur bird thing. Dinosaur bird thing. And over here. Huge eyes. Huge. Probably not that big, but yep, close enough. Actually, yes, that big. Alright, now, what do I want to do here? Alright, there's our basic dino shape. Basic. Tail could be more narrow. Feather crown. Not so much for this guy. Remember, he's got to try and glide around the place and is a weak, flappy thing. So, what are we gonna do here? I think I'm gonna call that body, and we're going to. You know what we could do? We could do this. Oh no. There we go. Limbs 2. There we go. And now. Hold on a second. Yeah, I made a bit of a mess. Whoops. Made a little bit of a mess. A little bit of a mess. What's going on here? Huh? What? Oh. Limbs. Oh, balls. Oh, balls. Oh, balls. Ah! Balls! I've given this thing a dick. Don't look. Don't look. Don't look, it's bad. Patching some holes. I almost want to give like patterns on the wings, but at the same time, not really. But also, you know what would be a good idea? Is to make the potassium a little bit transparent. Assuming I'm happy with it. Hold on, let's go. There's got to be wrinkles. There's got to be wrinkles. We'll figure that out in a second. Okay, background can be kind of dark. Nope. Can be a lighter gray than usual. Okay then. how to do, what to do. Well, let's figure out what this thing's face is. Let's give it a... Let's give it a, like, this guy's a ratty little fella, so... Let's give it... Let's do this. Let's give it something like this. Give it a pale face like that, and the foots are going to be like so. Nope, limbs and limbs too, and the hands as well, probably. Okay, good. Yeah, sure, what we want. I think that looks terrible. All right. There we go. That's what we want. Okay, then. Whoops. Oopsie doopsie. I don't know about... Yeah, okay. Feather crown. So now I need to make the background darker again. Hurdy-gurdy. There we go. Much darker. There we go. Okay then. Right. And this guy has a bare little tail. That's probably a good idea, honestly. Hold on, let's look at Hold on a second. I want to look up the actual skeleton. The actual skeleton of this little fella. Not that that tells me much. The problem is we're missing the pelvis of this guy, so we don't know if it had a patagium running down the skin. I'm gonna go with what this is saying and say that like the tip of the tail is kind of hairless. It's gonna look a little bit like a rat. Excuse you? Oi. Oi. There we go. Okay then, that is the basic shape. Now we need to actually put details on the claws and stuff. Gonna give this guy sharp little claws. For doing gremlin-y things. There we go. This is a very pixely drawing. There we go. Whoops. Numbers 2. There we go. Okay. Give him little claws. Little claws. Little claws. Little claws for our little friend here. Whee! Hello.
Hello.
Thank you, thank you.
You're so
Everyone say hello to Kelpie. She's delivered coffee. Hey! Neko Boy Blue, let's give you a shout out. Thank you. I am a low energy boy today. Shout out, Neko Boy Blue. Yay! Right, so our horrible little dinosaur friend here today, cough that up, okay, is called Yi. That's it, that's the full name, it's Yi. Shortest dinosaur name ever, Yi. And also, this is a weirdly more pixely art thing. Yi. Why I? Yi. Why I? Why not me? Coffee. Okay. Okay. With sufficient drugs, we can do anything. Yi. Hello, Suti. Hello. Alright, I'm looking at the Batwing thing here. Word of wisdom. Man, I don't feel wise right now. That actually is a bit of wisdom. If you're not feeling wise, it's better to say nothing. It goes with that saying, it's better to be silent and be thought a fool than to open your mouth and remove all doubt. That boat unfortunately sailed a long time ago. Thank you for the stretch. That boat sailed a long time ago. Because I've been, yakking my mouth off for years. That sounded wrong. That sounded very wrong. Wee. This can be trimmed better. Yee! Just saying the name of the dinosaur. For power! Alright, so first things first, I'm actually going to put veins on the wings. I'm actually going to merge everything down now. Okay then, so let's go here. Whoops. I've made this guy kind of wide, haven't I? Oh well. What's the worst that could happen? Alright, you have yaks? Nope. Today is sleepy-wise, very sleepy-wise. I tossed and I turned, and I dream of what I need. I need a hero. I need a sandwich to fill me till the end of the night. Alright, I'm going to... What am I going to do? I need to draw in the toes. I'm thinking about toes. I'm thinking about toes with me. Toes. Oops. Okay, then let's have this toe like so. This toe like so. This toe like so. I'll pass on the toes, thank you very much. No! Take the toes. The toes are good. The toes are so good, you need them to be totally prepared. I've done a bad job on the feet. Okay then. Boy. No. I need to spread these toes out more. Brace yourself, chat. The spreading of the toes will commence now. Are you ready for toes being spread? I don't think you're ready. If you were ready, you'd be running away now. Shosholoza, shosholoza. Coolers and turbo stimulus, boom, South Africa. Shosholoza. Winuyabaleka. Coolers and turbo stimulus, boom, South Africa. Shosholoza. For anyone who doesn't know what I just sang, that is a classic South African song. It's a mining song. Sung by the poor schnooks who went and mined in the mines. Mostly indigenous Africans who were horribly, horribly underpaid, if at all. And Shosholoza simply means go fast. So the literal translation is go fast, towards the mountain, or from the mountain, it's not clear, on the train from South Africa. I do not know much Zulu, but spume is train, because it's referring to the steam. Good night. You know Border's child when he breaks out the mining work songa, or songs. Nope, songa is a good word. I've made these toes too thick, I've made these toes too thick. Shosholoza, I've made these toes too thick. Made these toes too thick. I've made these toes too thick. I've made these toes too thick. Oh no, I've made these toes too thick. I've made this toe too long. I've made this toe too long. I've made this toe too long. Coffee is kicking in. Made this toe too long. I made this toe too long. I made this toe too long. I made this toe too long. You know, I had a perfectly decent foot there, and I've mostly ruined it by the looks of it. Now we're good. That is my new hit single, I've made these toes too thick. Toe too long, wears a thong, bangs a gong, eats biltong. Don't talk to me about biltong! You will remind me that I am the world's worst vegan and I will eat those delicious, dried, meaty treats if you put them in front of me. I will absolutely do that. Made this toe too long. Made this toe too long. Made this toe too long. I made this toe too long. Okay. Well, while I'm busy alienating my whole audience, how are you? How's it going? Getting our nails done, girls. There will be no nails today. There will be no carpentry. My fellow Americans, as I stand before you today, I really need to pee because I've had 2 cups of coffee today already. This is my 3rd. I am going to crash like a bus. I'm swag as hell as always, thank you. Good to know, City. Ooh! On-screen celebrate. Yay! Thank you, Leo DiPanoman. Oh, look at all those little faces. Look at all the little faces going. Were those bits? Yay, thank you for cheering in bits. On-screen celebration. Yay! Alright, what the hell do I do here? Would we see this thing's horrible little buck teeth? We wouldn't. Unfortunate. Its horrible little buck teeth is part of its charm. Celebration for coffee. Cheers indeed. What does that mean? Cheer 1. Yay! Alright, we need to invein this thing. We need to inscale it. And we need to fluff it. But, oh, by the way, for anyone who wasn't here, this was our warm-up drawing. We're drawing weird little people, little things, and here it is. And now I need to take the hour-long break and walk up and down and do a pee. So, please enjoy the starting soon screen. Please survive the ads. I know they're getting worse every day. I'll be right back with you. Yep, banana for scale. It's important. You need to know how little this guy is. Actually, maybe I'll... Yeah, no, I'll go around. I'll be right back. See you very soon. Wait, no, not yet. Webcam. Click. Back with you momentarily. That was frightening and endearing thing. At the same time.
Did it help wake you up at all?
A little bit. The primal response of like, ah! It looks right. Yeah, you need to go run around the entire country, and I need to lie face down on the street.
Balance.
As all things should be. Thank you! Okay! Is anyone still here? Did anyone survive the onslaught of advertising? Because I'm back! Alright. In scale, in fluffin'. In scale, in fluffin'. I'm gonna call this drawing. I'm gonna draw something a little different here. Let's go find our scale brush. And it's gonna be there, scaling is gonna be like so, and the size is gonna be... What's our size gonna be? Oh, I forgot to do that. Bollocks. Bugger! Okay, I cannot scale things yet. I just simply can't. I can't do it. Do it! Do it now! Kill me! I'm tasty! What am I even talking about anymore? Help! Hey! Floof! I'm sorry if that was too loud, but it's like, quick, noise, what do I do? And yes, Leah Dependman, what dino are you drawing? Yee, a tiny gliding critter, also called Key, which just means it. Yeah. Actually, hold on, its full scientific name is Yi Kui. Yeah, so Y-I space Q-I, which literally just means strange wing, because its wing is very strange. I can't think of any other animal, let alone any other dinosaur that has like a wing like this. It's a very strange little friend. I do like how, like, you know, the fossil hunting in China's really opened up in the last 2 decades or so, and there's just so many weird little, strange little bastards. Oh, that explains why that... bugger it. Bugger it to hell! Today we... During that period, what year? Ah, it's late Jurassic, so... Let me read it. Alright, so... approximately 159 million years ago, from the Qiaojishan Formation of Hebei, China. So yeah, this is a late Jurassic thingy. Which means, contemporary, probably not far off in terms of time, from Archaeopteryx over in Germany. So yeah. Interesting little fella. Spacing is like that, opacity is maybe like 70, I remember this. I remember this, yeah, I remember this. Alright. Does that look scaly enough? No, it does not. Scaly foots, scaly foots. Scaly foots, scaly foots. And then... scaly tail. Scaly fingies. I'm not sure if it would have scales on its fingers, but, like, you know, might as well put stuff there. Whee! So an early bird, so to speak, no pun intended. Not really a bird, but definitely... What the hell kind of thing was this? It is a Scansauropterid. Scansauropterid. Alright, so... what was it? It was extinct family of gliding and gliding Maniraptoran? Right, so yeah, this was a... Right, so yeah, this thing was close. It was fairly... It was on the lineage of dinosaurs that includes birds. Not really a true bird itself. It was a little bit too weird for that. Not allowed at the bird club picnic table. Because that's how that works, I guess? The more we learn about dinosaurs, and particularly the more fossils we find, the more it's, like, very clear that the whole species thing and, like, categories thing is a human invention. The sliding scale of dinosaur that is like a bird and, like, thing that we would definitely call a bird, it's a spectrum. Like, so many things in life are spectrum. Oh, excuse me. Oh, lordy. Okay, that was scales. Now, veins. And according to my bat reference, veins are just lots of little slightly... In this case, it would be slightly paler lines. So we're just going to do this, and we're going to do something like this. How are we going to do this? Right, I'm gonna need to... That does not look right. Right. Bat reference. Right, here is my bat. Here is my bat. There are many like it, but this bat is enormous. Bat, a jump scare. I hope you didn't brown your Dracula pants. And if you are not wearing your Dracula pants, please disregard this statement. Okay, so they're kind of running ziggy 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 ziggy. Whoops. Alright, so they're like this. But also kind of webbed. It's kind of veins and vertical. Yeah, they kind of radiate outwards like this. Kind of. Sure, why not? Sure. Then we'll have a different brush to do the kind of collagen fibers. Color schemes reminds me of a monkey. Actually, yeah, this is gonna be like a horrible, like... This is gonna be like a horrible, like, gliding tree monkey bird thing. Bird bat thing. Do these veins make any sense? I don't know if they make sense. Lots of veins. What does that look like? That looks good enough, I guess? And then lots of just collagen fibers. And that is where we're gonna have... What is this? What the... Oh, that's an... I'm gonna delete that. That's an old nasty custom brush. Don't like it. Okay, what were we gonna do? Okay then, so this is going to be darker. Start collagen fibers like so. Should have drawn the veins over these, but oh well. Yeah, this is close enough, I think. I don't know. I don't know. The annoying thing about veins is that because they're a 3D shape, they cast light and stuff, so... I don't know what pose this guy has, it's just kind of like... He's sunning himself, let's say that. So, you know what I'm going to do here? I'm going to... Okay, this is getting somewhere. When I influffen this guy, it should work pretty well. So, I'm going to grab all that. I'm going to do fluff. We have fluff. We have accomplished fluff. Actually, fluff we can do that, and over on the drawing, can do... Whoopsie daisy. We can do that. Color scheme, okay. Yeah, this one, we're just gonna make a brown fella. And for once in my life, I'm not gonna immediately do smudging. I'm gonna make a custom brush. Right, Mr. Bat. Oh, right, this guy needs counter shading. That's important. Alright, so... what is our counter shading gonna be? Counter shading is gonna be like this, because you better believe that this guy right here, things would like to eat him. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Also, I'm finally starting to wake up. Grr! Grr! Why am I only waking up now? I would have liked to have been awake to experience my warm-up drawing. That would have been nice. That would have been oh so nice. Okay, then. Right. How to fluff. I don't even give a fluff. Alright, so we're gonna go slightly darker here. Uh-oh. We're gonna need fluff. We're gonna need the background to be more light. So... or we could just have the background be even darker. Yes, good. Okay, yes, good. That is our brush, and we're going to duplicate the brush like so. If we do that... oh no. No! 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 We should probably maybe not that. Maybe not that. Yes, that. Okay. So there we go. Duplicate brush. Duplicate brush. Delete that brush. That brush is not good. We want a good brush. I've lost count. Where's my bloody brush? Here's my brush. Nope, that's not my brush. Is that my brush? Spacing like so. Maybe we do need to smear this. Oh well, we can smear it a little bit more later. Alright, let's see. Does this look like ass? No, it does not. Okay, good. Now, I've got to remember, you start from the bottom and the back with fluff. Oh yeah, that's good fluff. That is good fluff. That is good fluff, I say. That is good fluff. That is good fluff. That is very good fluff. That is good fluff. That is good fluff. It looks like corduroy fluff. What the? That is good fluff. That is good fluff. That is very good fluff. can always smear this later if we want to. And here I was worried I would be doing this too fast. Turns out no. Why does that look different? This is the problem with making a custom brush. I am gonna have to smudge this a little more, aren't I? Because the leg fluff now looks different from the other fluff, doesn't it? Don't it? What? Thanks, Sudeep. Ah! Stretch, boy! Boy, stretch! Time for you to stretch, boy! What you think you're doing not stretching? Whoops. My fluff was off target. And that's no good. Ah! Thank you, Leo de Benaman. Hydrate. Coffee is not hydration. I heard Kelpie moving in the background, and I got scared. I got so scared. Of what? I don't know. Ah! She did the Jaws theme. That means she's going to attack something. She's going to attack me from underneath. Thank goodness she was not underneath me. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay, that is definitely fluff of some kind. And I really appreciate the guide I have. This thing is going to end up looking weirdly huggable. Do your floorboards creak with every step? I don't have floorboards, unfortunately. I live in a brutalist concrete building. I would love a wooden floor, though. Be lovely and cool in summer. That's my biggest problem. Heat. I'm not efficient at heat dissipation. I do not know how she could attack from below then. Oh, she can. Oh, she's sneaky. Oh, when you least expect it. When you least expect it, my girlfriend will be right beneath you and attack your grundle. Or something. I don't know. Here's the thing. I'm not speaking sense at all. And I, like, you know... You can't make me make sense. You're not my dad. You're not my dad. You can't make me speak sense if I don't want to. This is looking a lot like a monkey so far. Jaws single-handedly villainized an entire species into endangered territory. Well, it wasn't just Jaws, but... Yeah, unfortunately... Spielberg really regrets making that movie. Because, yeah, great white sharks, they ain't like that. You know that, like, great white sharks don't even like the taste of human being that much? We're not we're not salty enough and we're not blubbery enough. Like, they prefer sea mammals. Yeah, sharks have, like, poor sharks, man. They've really gotten a bad rap. They've really been done by. Shark fin soup pisses me off so much. It's such a stupid thing, because it's like the shark fin... Because apparently shark fin soup is delicious, but the shark fin is basically there just as ornamentation. It doesn't add anything, it's a lump of cartilage. Like, really, really not worth it. Whole thing not worth it. Right, let's go back here. Whoop. After simply seeing get rotated, you can't convince me sharks are crazy scary. I mean, sharks can be terrifying. Like, bull sharks and tiger sharks are apparently like... They are the ones you should be really scared of. Because tiger sharks are the ocean's dustbins. They will try anything and eat anything. And bull sharks are like really bad-tempered. But yeah, most sharks, like, really are not interested in hurting people at all. Yeah. Also, the bonnet head might be one of the cutest damn sharks ever, because it is mostly, well, up to 70% of its diet, it can be seagrass. So it is an omnivorous shark that could very well have descendants that to evolve to be completely herbivorous. And also, it's a miniature hammerhead. It is ridiculously cute. It is so good. Also, the salmon shark looks like... Well, it looks a lot like a baby great white. Except it's like perpetually traumatized. That's what it looks like. Not hammerhead, mallet head. Yeah, you can't be oblivious around, like, say, an elephant, but for the most part, they're a fish. Yeah. Yeah, if you're oblivious around an elephant, like, yeah, no, you gonna die. You don't... I am terrified of elephants. Like, it's a somewhat long story, but, like, many years ago, I was privileged enough to be taken on, like, a, well, what was it, game reserve? I think it was a game reserve in South Africa. And just, like, we ran into elephants twice on that particular little outing. And it was so scary. Because the first one was, like, an agitated herd. And the second one was a bull elephant that was just entering must. So it had, like... It had, the hormonal sweats. And it was on the verge of being, like, really horny and angry. So, yeah, I am so scared of elephants. You do not realize how insignificant you are until you see an elephant in the flesh with, like, nothing really between you and it. It is so frightening. That thing could, like, kill you by walking into you and then over you. I have a healthy respect for elephants, and that's why I stay well away from them. Actually, I have a healthy respect for any animal bigger than me. So 2 times you really don't want to be around... Yeah, no, it's like, it's bad. It's bad. You do not want to be around a pachyderm when it's protective of its baby, or when it is starting to enter angry, horny mode. You don't really want to be around any wild animal with either of those 2 things, honestly. Because, like, angry horny mode is no joke. Really no joke. Maybe see something else you've drawn? Yep, in a little while. Hello, driver. Hi, can't stay, but I did some draw. We'll show next stream. Have a fun draw. Will do, thank you. Yes, I am quite happy to show off. By the way, I think it's linked to my Twitch bio. It should be. On my Patreon, if you're a free member, you get to see all this art, like, for nothing. I am seriously considering, like, opening an Instagram account or something to, like, get my art more out there. But, yeah, like... Yeah, it's like you can see all of it there. Free membership, you don't need to pay a single dollar. But I'll show you on, I'll show you some of the better ones I've done. Once I'm done with this fella. Right, we will fix that later. Alright, so that's round 1 of the woolly thing. And let's do that. We're gonna make this slightly darker. We're going to do the same trick we did over here. Starting with the darker one and the lighter one. Control C. Duplicate brush. There we go. And spacing set to nothing. And size set to quite small. 20, I think. Does that look right? Let's see. Does this look right? Yes. Yes, it does. And we will tidy it up later. How's that look? Looks good. Looks good, looks good, looks good. Right, this is where we're probably gonna need to trim things a little bit. There we go, there we go, there we go. Guy looks almost woolly, doesn't he? Fluffy dinosaur tummy. Do not pet. This thing definitely bites. This thing has the vibe of something which bites. Yes. This thing looks like a... Okay, this is not my best work. I'm just gonna admit it. But, you know, can't all be winners. Also, I'm going to smudge the hell out of this just to make it look better. Smudge, 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 smudge. Smudge, 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 smudge. Smudge, 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 smudge. Smudge. Art. Art, why do we make art? It's so difficult to make art. I forgot that this is a live stream and I should be talking. I forgot. Whoopsie daisy. Whoopsie daisy. That's pretty good. Let's smudge it a little bit. Let's smudge like so. So if we go here, for instance, and smudging some strategic bits. That's more like it. That's the nastiness we want. That's the nastiness we want. Yes. We don't want this thing looking too neat and tidy now, do we? No, no, no. Whoop! Thank you, Sati. Let us smudge in this a little bit too. We don't want it looking too clean, do we? We don't want it looking too clean. Need to look a little scrungly. A little bit scrungly, yes. Right, the face looks a little bit too cartoony, unfortunately, so we need to fix that. And we'll fix it by smudging, because that's all I know. Right, and no fluff. And once again, I forgot to put ears on this thing. Whoops! Okay, then. Too big. Too big, too big. There we go. And a little bit of smudge. A little bit of smudge. Yay! That's basically it, really, isn't it? I can't think of what else to do with this little fella. Really can't. Yep, no, I think that's done. I think we're done. Huh. What else am I missing? Bat-winged freak is what this little guy is. Huh. Huh. Alright, size reference. This guy is tiny. Comes up to roughly mid-calf height, so... Right. Size reference. Yep. Teeny tiny little critter. Like, at this scale, it's a dragon. But, at larger scales... Okay, I'm literally just gonna do this. Because we're not gonna see the top half of this fella. Nyom, 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 nyom. I'm gonna do the unthinkable and actually... Alright, person silhouettes sideways. Copy image, size reference, yep. Invert. Wee. The hell did I just do? Ah. A little bit bigger. Is that the right size? Basically, yes. Actually, I actually made that a little bit too big. About yay, yes. Going to merge down the fluff and move you over here. And move you there, move you over here. I'm gonna see if our regular background color works for this. Doesn't work perfectly, but... Oh, I didn't do the tail right. Damn it. Alright. 70. There we go. And unfortunately, let's see. Solid black? Not quite. There we go. Yee! Just put him in someone's hand. A giant for scale. I expected more. More what? Sorry? Yee. Just put him in someone's hand. I don't want to put anyone in anyone's hand. This is a little ankle-biting freak. Like, actually, a lot of dinosaurs were little ankle-biting freaks, as it turns out. Okay, then. Okay. It's time for Ready for Africa. And just because we almost drew a dragon... So you know what I'm gonna do here? Heresy. This is gonna be a quick Ready for Africa because I'm lit tired. I am lit tired. Je suis fatigue. Ankle biting freaks, we call those children. Hello, 3D Wrecker. Let's give you a shout out. Shout out, 3D Wrecker. Ta-da! Yep. Yeah, so basically what I'm saying is that a lot of dinosaurs were children. I have a plan. Oh, I have a plan. Oh, it's gonna be such a good plan. That was not the correct layer. Right, and... Buffers. Okay then. Good, 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 good. Now I need to go find... Yes. Right, we're drawing little freaks, which means we're going to do this. Means we're going to do this, like so. Alright then. Appreciate it. I'll be going live later today around 12 Aussie time. Gotcha, gotcha. What emoji was it? Suddenly alarmed. Let's make this even bigger. So, yes. Yes! And the little guys are gonna be... Oh, they're gonna be so little. Oh, you're gonna love it. Where is he gonna be? Next to this little guy is gonna be like so. Okay then. Whoops. There we go. Okay, I am such a professional artist. I know how to draw things. Text. Damn it. What have I done? Ready for Africa. Like so, over here. Speech. Whoops. Speech. Bubbles. Yep. Whoops. Oops, 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 oops. Oops, 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 this is a live stream. I'm meant to be talking, meant to be entertaining, and I'm not. Ah! Panic. As for the woofers, let it crawl in your ears. No, why is it looking at the dog's ass? You'll see, it's looking at the dog. It's not meant to be a dog. Oh no. Well, thank you 3D Red Group. Oh, I must have... Hello, the River Rat. Welcome. Coming in at the end of the stream, last second. Okay then. Absolutely bloody scuffed speech bubbles. This, and we're going to add a border to it. Going to add a border. Whee! Right, and so what's going to happen with this little guy is going to be absolute poetry. Brace yourself. Most of it's going off screen. Thank you, Ziddy. Is it ready for Australia, though? I don't know. I'm not sure this thing is ready for anything. I've made this joke before with Ready for Africa's. Okay, right, so somebody requested we look at previous entries in this, which makes sense to do. Select border to we got spiders bigger than your whole hand and they eat birds. Well, I gotta say, Africa has what has Africa got that eat bird? I mean, Africa, I don't know. Africa has like a whole bunch of stuff that just straight up eats snakes, so meh. Africa has hippos. Yeah, I'm more scared of hippos than spiders, not to be a crazy person, but yeah, I'm more scared of hippos than spiders for good reason. Right, I'm going to move the face up there because there's a weird tangency thing happening. Also, I'm going to... That black does not pop well enough, so what if I do this? And we're gonna make this brighter blue. Not too bright blue, though. Art! We technically did it. Oh, I just need to save this over here. I need to do that. Jurassic Part 1. Also, I'm watching Jurassic Park, so forgive me if I mishear something and comment something already. Nice one, Jurassic Park. Who was it who wanted to see some older stuff? Leo de Panaman, if you're still there, you want to see some of the other things we've drawn? Red. What's red? We could give him red eyebrows, but... Oh yeah, true, actually, now I think about it. Alright. Red lips for kissing! Red eyebrows for anger! And Jurassic Park 1, hell yeah, one of the best movies ever made, full stop. Okay, I'm gonna save it like so. Gimp work. Oh, I've already done a little, guys. Oh, interesting. Hold on. Save as. Little guys ready for Africa 2. Oh. Hold on. Where the hell did I... Let's gimp work. Good. And now I will export just to be happy and safe and safe. Cool. The only things I'm ready for is bed. Me too. Alright. So, instead of showing off other people's art today, let's go back. Because we're almost done, is the freaky thing. This is the latest one. Yee. Actually, I need to put my watermark in here somewhere. Let's do that, just while we're here. Over here. Why not? Why not, I say? And let's export it. Y is for ye. Let's look at, is that Archaeopteryx? This thing? Nope, this is ye. Notable for being an absolute weirdo, because it has a skin membrane instead of feathers for wings, which is unique among dinosaurs. Okay, only thing I'm ready for is bed, but last I must go and do Zoom for church. Fair enough. Alright, what was I doing? I was doing this, and let's look at some of the things we've drawn in the past. So, last time we drew Eutyrannus, similarly fluffy, feathery boy. I'm quite proud of Eutyrannus. It vibes kind of bear-like. And Xiaotingia was absolute feather hell. That's the most detailed feathers I've ever done on anything, and it's like, that was a bit of a nightmare. Let's see, what else? What else is fun and interesting? T-Rex, of course, Tyrannosaurus Rex. Big, chunky fella. Big, huge. One of my favorite dinosaurs, of course. Sinosauropteryx. Floofy fella. And what else? Nanoxaurus, another feathery friend. Very floofy. What else? What's another fun one? Oh yeah, here's our little gremlin-y fella. Incisivorosaurus. Feathers not great, need to redo. Heterodontosaurus is one of the most gremlin-y little things we've ever done. What else? Let's have a look at this guy. Deinonychus. Yeah, no, I need to redo a lot of the older ones, don't I? If I ever... Actually, Carnotaurus is damn good. Probably don't need to do that with him. Very nice. And of course, the first one we ever did, which was Argentinosaurus. Which... don't look great. But yeah, compare this to... this. Marked difference. Pachycephalosaurus would be funny. Not even Gremlin, guys. That guy's a rat. Yep. Feather heaven, yeah. Draw a Carno next week. Already did. Also, I've got a schedule to keep. And, funny thing, I did draw Pachycephalosaurus. Where is Pachycephalosaurus? Where'd I put him? There we go. There he is. Helmet-headed menace to society. There we go. Okay then, it is time to raid out, because I've drawn a crap ton of dinosaurs, jeez. I've drawn so many damn dinosaurs. So many dinosaurs! So many dinosaurs! Yeah, so many dinosaurs! Have you done the Feather Heaven VOD? Yep! Feather Heaven VOD? Have I? Hold on a second. What have I done in life? Yeah, I have done the Feather Heaven. It's the last one on there. So, like, if you follow the pinned comment in chat to the VOD channel, last one. I used to play the Isle and Pachycephalosaurus was tiny. Well, bear in mind, Pachycephalosaurus is tiny compared to other dinosaurs. Yep. Alright, who do we raid? What is Darkwood again? I don't remember. Let's raid Rawston again. Let's raid Rawston. Rawston is fun to raid. Rawston is fun to raid. Raid my mate's house. I don't know who your mate is. Let's raid out to Rawston VT. Also, if you're watching this later on YouTube, please subscribe. Because I was actually reading up on YouTube. They recently, well, a few months ago, did a thing where basically if you watch a YouTube video with an ad blocker on, it basically doesn't count your view. Which is why views have been plummeting for like every single channel across YouTube, because they're just like, nah, your view doesn't count. Which, I'm not sure what that accomplishes really. All it really does is mess up the metrics for content creators, so I'm not going to tell you to stop using an ad blocker, but like, engage with the videos like as much as possible. Like, likes, comments, subscribes, everything. Because, like, the amount of real views you get still affect your channel's health and performance. So, I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Sub, yep, Borderwise has books too. He does! If you Google, I'm not gonna... You know what? Before I raid out, I'm going to share my author's website, because I have one. Copy, let's see the... Books! There you go. If anyone wants books, I have 2 of them, and I believe you can read the first chapter for free of each one, so you can see if it's your thing first. Bro's got a whole website now? Yeah, it's just a Google site, it's not amazing. Let's raid out. Raid Rawston VT. Alright, are you ready? Are you steady? Is your name Freddy? Are you ready for Rawston? You better be ready for Africa. Better be ready, you better be ready. We're raiding out now. Have a good one, everyone. Farewell.